Disclaimer. This video and all its contents are Ngozi's opinion and that of some people who contributed. We're all entitled to our opinions, so enjoy.
Hello everyone, welcome again. My name is Ngozi and this episode is entitled Give versus Receive. So, it's better to give than to receive. It's an age-old saying. And we all know it's true, even though some people still debate it. Like, you give, then everybody just wants to receive. That if you keep giving, who will give? Where will you get? I recently lost my father-in-law, and while he was alive, I knew he was a giver. I knew that there was really nothing I could give him. He's one of those people that have birthdays and you don't know what to get them. And so he recently passed away, and it was a huge blow for us when he passed away. So some people were confused and they thought it was my dad who passed away. I was like, no, it was my father-in-law, even though I called him daddy. Anyway, I dedicate this episode to him because it was during the funeral that I realized how many people this man had touched. So there are 5 gives that I want to talk about, because anytime we say give, people always think money. So that's why you hear, oh, that rich man, I was a giver. Of course I was a giver. What else would you do with this money? Well, there are people who have a lot of money and don't give. There are some people who don't have a lot and still don't give. I don't think it's by the size of money that you have, but just generally being a giver is so much better than being a receiver. I personally don't even know how to receive. And people around me always saying, you need to just calm down and just receive. But let me talk about these 5 things. So the first, of course, is money. Give your money. Like, I keep thinking, like somebody says, please, I beg you, that me, what I have is because I did this and this and this and this. Okay, well done. So that girl that passed away yesterday, you're better than her. Whether you're religious or not, there's some power, in my opinion, there's this deity, there's these powers that be that kind of just, I think that kind of just control most of what happens. Your destiny is your destiny. You're on this path. If you veer off your path, things will happen. So a lot of things are luck, chance, and then there's a lot of hard work in it. I do believe in a lot of hard work. But don't make any mistake and believe that you are better than the next person, which is why your giving your money is very important. If you have, give it. Like, seriously, you think about when you die, what will people say about you? How many people went to school because of you? How many people smiled because of you? How many people ate because of you? How many people got water to drink? You were born into a situation where you were able to have something. And because you have a responsibility to ensure that other people have. That's my mantra. It's that simple. So if you feel the need to be holding your hand like this, well, just as well you don't give, nothing is going to go in your hand. And one day just going to be gone like that. Give your money. Number 2, give your time. You know all these people that just don't have time. They never have time. I'm busy, I'm this, I'm that. No. And then tomorrow, you just die. You just go, like you're just gone. You were very busy. They just write on your tombstone, Adenike Okonkwo, very busy. Give your time. Everybody has things that they're doing. We have family, we have ourselves, we have friends, we have social work, we have the community. There's so much, but you can give of your time to that friend who needs you. She called you on the phone and you're like, what's up? Let me call you back. And then you don't call back. By the way, I'm the queen of don't call back. I forget to call people back. But when I remember, I call back. Give your time to that person who needs to talk. Give your time to that child who was walking down the street carrying a plate of bread on her head. And you were walking, you are jogging. You're not doing anything. Stop and talk to her. Why not? What is it going to take from you? Give your time to your spouse. That leads me into number 3. Give your love. Oh my gosh. Do you know the amount of people that I say this and my husband is going to kill me for saying it. He says I'm not loving. And I don't know if I'm not loving. I just feel that so many people need love, right? And a lot of times you see me and I act like I don't care. But it's because I don't like people who feel entitled to things. Oh, she does not, me. And you doing me. Man, shut up. It's not all about you. Give your love because everybody needs love. Give your love to your husband. Give your love to your kids. Give your love to yourself. If you don't love yourself, it's difficult to love other people. So you look at yourself in the mirror. Ah, my nose is bent. My booty is not big enough. Oh, this and this and this and this. If you don't love yourself, you can't love other people. Give your love. When you give love, I kid you not, you will receive. You won't believe it. You just feel like, why are there so many people drawn to me? It's because you have so much love to give. Number 4, in line with love, give your talent. My son asked me one time, Mommy, but I'm not good at soccer. I don't want to play soccer anymore. Then it was piano. Mommy, I don't want to play piano anymore. I want to do drums. And I'm like, stop it, Michael. If you don't try, how will you know which one you're good at? Everybody has a talent. I don't care what it is. Even the Bible says, oh, some are preachers, some are evangelists, some are healers, and so on and so forth. Everybody has a talent. Your talent could be behind the camera. Another person's talent is words. Another person's talent is singing. Another person is acting. Another person is writing. Another person is sound recording. Another person is making hair. Another person is making nails. Another person is eyes. And we're so many people in this world that your talent is needed. Give it. The minute you discover that talent, it behooves the heck out of you to use it and give it. Give it for money. Give it free of charge to people who need it. Give your talent. See, this talent one is so important because imagine if we were a world where nobody had talent. Like everybody was just like bland, like I guess we wouldn't even notice that there was a problem, but it would be a gray world. Everybody has talent. That's why we're so diverse. So give your talent. And finally, number 5, give your words. Words of encouragement. Words of, even sometimes, I don't want to call it judgment, but constructive criticism. Words of admonition. When someone is doing wrong, be bold enough and tell the person, yo, I don't think that's necessarily the way to do it. It's not even about wrong or right. I've always said I don't believe in right or wrong. I believe in it's relative. Something is right in Nigeria, is wrong in France. Something is right in Igbo land, it is wrong in Yoruba land. So right and wrong are very relative. But give your words to encourage people. When she looks like she's having a very, very bad day, talk to her. If she's one of those people that feel, I'm entitled, she doesn't like me, he doesn't want to talk to me. Your words could be, get the hell up from there. Ain't nobody revolving around your today. Get up and get going because nobody cares. Get up and go. Words of encouragement. Words of trust. When you talk to people and you speak to them, they trust you and then they can vent. Some people bottle so many things inside and they don't know how to say it because they don't feel like there's anybody that they can talk to. But when you speak the right thing to someone, then the person feels they need to open up to you. The reason why I talked about these 5 things is because when my father-in-law passed, I realized that these things were a part of him. And it took me the entire week of this funeral proceedings to realize this. He gave his money. I realized how many people were going to school because of him. There was a school that came to do a parade and they were like Sir Mike Nkwoji house in the school. So he gave his money. He gave his time. He gave his time. We went to Aba Sports Club to pay last respect and they came out. He gave his time to people. He gave his talent. He was a golf man and he used golf to touch so many people. He was a businessman and he used his talent in business to build up so many people. He claimed he was a chorister. And even in his biography, they wrote that he was a chorister. The voice had shook up a little bit, but he gave his talent in singing when he could. He gave his love to his family in the best way that he could. You have to also put into context when these people grew up, during the war and working hard to build their own businesses. He gave his love, even though his love was tough love. I liked the fact that his love was tough love and he never apologized for who he was. And then he gave his words, always without mincing them. What he what you saw was what you got with him. He didn't, you couldn't say, oh, but daddy said this and daddy said that. No, he'll just tell you straight up, yeah, young man, are you sure? You say you do what for a living? Yes, I'm a businessman. What do you do? I sell electronics. Are you in Alaba? I know, my shop in Lekki. You're a businessman, you're selling electronics, you're not in Alaba. You never start. Because for him, you start humble. His words were his bond. So, I dedicate this episode to a great man who lived unapologetically, loved hard, played very hard. Oh, he would drink champagne and be like, everybody come celebrate. So I dedicate this to Chief Sir Mike Nkwoji, OkpataOzuora EnugwuUkwu Umunri, my father-in-law par excellence, extraordinary man, who was a giver in everything that he did. Thank you so much for watching. Give, and give again. And until next time, keep it real.